What to do? How the hell are all of you? With yours truly, Petrov. I'll back with another mother love. You already know the deal. Grab your smoke, grab your drink, and lock with your boy, because we're back with another one. Now, I've talked about the Rittenhouse case probably more than I should have, because there's a lot to be talked about in that trial, in that case itself. There's a lot of people wishing this man death, wishing him the worst thing in the world possible, and that, you're entitled to your own beliefs. You're entitled to what you think should happen to someone. I'm not gonna knock you for that shit. Whatever. But I also think that, God has a plan. Now, you may not like the ending of his plan. Shit, you might not like the middle or the beginning, but that's not up to you. That's not your decision. There's a certain line in the sand for me, and when you go across that line, I could give a fuck less what you have to say, what you have to think. I don't care generally about you or your opinion anymore, because you've crossed that line. Now, when it comes to criminals, if you're a scammer, if you're a person that takes advantage of old people, people that have disabilities, this, that, the other, you are as bad, to me, in my opinion, as a rapist or a pedophile. And those are the lowest class citizens in the world. There is nothing below them. A cockroach should eat before them. They're that big of a piece of shit, and they're not redeemable at all, in my opinion. They're just not. And most of them reoffend. Most con men are going to con you again. Most pedophiles are going to molest again, going to be a pedophile again. Most rapists going to do that shit again. But yet here we are during the Rittenhouse trial. We got a domestic abuser, Huber, and we got a pedophile, Rosenbaum. Why are motherfuckers going on a limb to defend them? To go out on, and I understand, everybody has the right to their life, and, no. At some point, you got to be like, nah, man. There's got to be a line drawn in the sand for just everybody. When you lose that right, you want to beat up women? And that's Huber. You want to beat up women? And then step into the ring with a child? And then try to act like a martyr because you got your ass smoked? And then you got a pedophile chasing down a teenager. Chasing him down. Yelling, I'm going to fucking kill you. The prosecutor can say, there's no video of it. There's no video of it. I bet you there's a video of it, but that person doesn't give a fuck about the trial and probably never even realized they had a video of it. See, and that's how he tried to go after Drew Hernandez the way he did. Anyways, when I see headlines like this, where was it? Okay, hold on. Change some shit. Yep, you seen my search thing right there. Democrats want employers to let black workers take the day off after Rittenhouse verdict. Rittenhouse defense lawyer tells jury that prosecutor lied to their faces. Rittenhouse spokesperson fires back at LeBron. When I see these, and I think of, like this one. This is from The Blaze. This is something I wanted to bring up because they were talking about it there was a lot of people on MSNBC and other anchors that were trying to make this more of a white supremacy thing when it's clearly not that. But when I see anchors and other people and all these things go out on a limb to discuss the case at length, but not bring up the pedophile, the domestic abuser at all, why not bring that? To me, it's pertinent. You want me to feel bad for these people, right? You want me to shed a tear. Then who they are as people mattered. And I'm sorry, like I said, I don't care if dude Rosenbaum committed the crimes in the early 2000s or the late 2000s, the 80s, the 90s, the 70s. We got Bill Cosby sitting in jail, in prison, or even R. Kelly. You have these guys sitting in prison for crimes that happened 20 years ago. So please don't sit here and tell me that I need to feel bad because he was somehow redeemed. The motherfucker had pending charges. He was not redeemed. He was still out committing fucking crimes. And I'm sorry, a domestic abuse, this for Huber, you want a strangulation and all those things, you can look up the charges. They're readily available. Wisconsin Times now actually has an article. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Here it is right here. This is Wisconsin right now. It's a news source out in Wisconsin. Why we decided to tell you the criminal records of the men shot in Kenosha. Now, when we scroll down here to Joseph Rosenbaum, he had an open case for misdemeanor bail jumping that was filed on July 30th, 2020. The conditions of the bond read not to process not to process or consume alcohol, not to possess or consume controlled substances without a prescription, no contact including the residence electronics with third party with Carrie Ann S. Park Ridge Inn. And then this is Rosenbaum also had a misdemeanor case for battery, domestic abuse, and disorderly conduct, domestic abuse. See, he was no fucking saint. Now this is where it gets real nasty. If you got kids that listen, please turn them away because they don't need to hear this. Newly released documents obtained by Wisconsin right now from the Pima County, Arizona clerk's office, clerk of courts confirmed Rosenbaum was charged by a grand jury with 11 counts of child molestation, inappropriate sexual activity with a child, including anal rape. The victims were 5 boys ranging in age from 9 to 11 years old. Fuck this man. Fuck him. Period. Fuck him. And if people go out on a limb to defend someone like this, they are utterly fucked in the head to me. You are beyond redeemable yourself as a person. You are a piece of shit. You're not a scumbag like this, but you're defending a scumbag like this. I'm sorry, if you've seen the video of the shooting, then you know it was self-defense. Why don't you let someone crack you in the back of the head while you're on the ground, being surrounded with a fucking skateboard, and see how you feel about that? Let another motherfucker run up, yelling friendly, and see a gun in his hand. How friendly you think he's gonna fucking be? Now, myself personally, if it was me and I was strapped up and I was going, I'd put my gun away before I approach him, seeing what he just did. And then maybe homeboy's bicep would still be here today. But no, he went with a different intention. Because a lot of people like to bring up the video 2 weeks before the shootings. Give me a second, I'll pull that up.
One of them has a weapon.
Right here. I'm going to pause it. This is the video where they're saying that Kyle was talking about he wanted to shoot some people.
Bro, I wish I had my car. I'd start shooting rounds at them.
Now, if you listen, he said, I'd start shooting rounds at them. He never said he wanted to hit him. He just shoot rounds at them. It could be in the air, that could be at the ground, just in their general vicinity. But then again, you probably, if you hate him, you probably thought he meant 8 headshots like we're playing Call of Duty, like the prosecutor tried to bring up. That's a different story for a different day. Point of it is, you got people that are going out is reaching as far as they can. Whether it's saying, oh, he had the gun in Michigan. No, he didn't. The gun was bought and purchased in Wisconsin. It was held in Wisconsin. He came up from Antioch, Illinois, picked up the gun, and went to the streets. Y'all big mad about that shit, but yet you forget that little detail where it never left Wisconsin, but yet you want to play that game. I bet leftists were big pissed this morning when the judge dismissed that gun charge, but they don't want to talk about that. Now, anyways, point of it is, my whole point is, when you go out and you defend pedophiles, terrorists, rapists, you set a precedent that you cannot come back from, in my opinion, as a person. I don't know anybody at all that would want to deal with you knowing full well you just defended a pedophile. There are literally t-shirts that say, kill your local pedophile. Hunt down your local pedophile. And yet, motherfuckers act like it's going to be okay to defend one? This man did not just do it one time and it was an accident. He did it 11 times to 5 different boys. What about those victims? Maybe they're happy that their attacker is dead. Maybe they're happy that their attacker and their life ruiner never gets to breathe again. And when I said in the beginning that God has a plan, maybe it was God's plan for these boys to get mowed down in the middle of the street, heartlessly as they did. Maybe it was God's plan that they tried doing an attack on a 17-year-old that had an AR-15 that day, and he lit their fucking worlds up. Now, people can take it however they want. I'm going to always stand my ground on this. You want to back pedophiles and rapists and terrorists, you're a piece of shit, and I'm going to call you out on it every time. This is no different than people that wanted to back Soleimani or Bagdadi. You were able to excuse their wrongdoings because you hated Trump. Now you can excuse these bastards' wrongdoings because you hate Kyle Rittenhouse. You're a piece of shit, and that's all I got for y'all. I had to bring a little bit of heat to it because I see a lot of motherfuckers just flapping their gums and not talking about what, in my opinion, is somewhat important. Why did the prosecutor not bring up their past crimes? I mean, he had to bring up Kyle Rittenhouse's TikTok name, 4 doors, more whores. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all stay blessed, and stay safe. Peace.